Good morning, Lehigh County. I hope you all made it to work today with the slippery roads, but they're not bad now. But what has been a problem and a question to a lot of the people in Lehigh County is the primary election is coming up. And there's always many phone calls that are coming in to our building and especially to voter registration. So we have with us today the expert on everything you need to know about what's going to be happening with this primary election and what you need to know to be able to vote. Diana, go ahead.
All right, so good morning, everyone. I'm Diane, and I'm just here to inform you about the May primary election. So for those of you that don't know, the primary election in the state of Pennsylvania is a closed election, meaning you must be a registered Democrat or a registered Republican to vote in the election.
And that's not our county rule, that's the state rule.
Correct. So, but that being said, if you're not either of these parties, you will not be able to vote in the election. The only exception would be if there is a question on the ballot, which there is not. All right. Don't assume that you are a Republican or a Democrat. I get a lot of that. Well, every November I vote for, Joe Schmo, he's a Democrat. So don't assume.
Or Joe Schmo could be a Republican too.
Right.
Okay.
So if you want to make sure of your political parties, all you have to do is just call our office at 610-782-3194, and we'll be more than happy to check that.
Can you give that number out one more time?
610-782-3194. Please call and verify. Don't assume. The number one complaint that we get on election day during the primary is, oh, I thought I was a Democrat. I always voted that way. So don't assume. Give us a call.
And how about the question about mail-in ballots?
Oh, mail-in ballots. So, despite what you have heard in the news so far, mail-in ballots are still comfortable. So, if you want to vote by mail, apply. We're still processing those.
What's the deadline for that?
The deadline. So, if you want to vote by mail, the deadline that you could get a ballot is May 10th. Okay, that is the deadline that you can apply for a mail-in ballot. And for those of you that do vote by mail, okay, make sure that the ballot is in our office by election day at 8 p.m. Postmarks are not allowed. Right?
And sign
Please sign,
date it.
yes. Please sign and date those ballot envelopes, please. Yes. And something else that I also want to mention. If you're interested in working the election, please give us a call and let us know. We are looking for poll workers, and we are looking for Spanish-speaking interpreters as well.
That's a great point. If you're Spanish speaking and you would like to have a job that day, and it pays well, and we pay with debit cards now, correct?
But we haven't gotten that official word yet.
Okay.
And that's the plan.
All right. So we'll make sure you get paid. We make sure that we could use your help. So for anybody who would like to be involved and help Lehigh County on election day, we really could use your help. So remember, May for the last date.
To apply for the ballots is May 10th if you want to vote by mail, and the election is May 17th. If
So
any
far.
of this stuff changes, I will be back, I promise.
So, again, some of these things are being taken up by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, but we're going ahead as planned. So we want to make sure you don't miss out on the right to vote. So please, watch the news. Make sure you know. Another thing you better make sure you know, if the districts are redrawn, you may now be voting for a different representative because the areas. So those are things that you really should be checking out. Thank you again. Please stay safe on the highways today. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.